Let's start with the basics. From the very beginning, the best thing to know, or the most information, the best information I could ever give you, is to learn from as many people as possible, because there is not one way to do it. I don't know everything. I learn all the time. I make mistakes all the time. So take tips from a lot of people, a variety of people. There's a lot of collective wisdom and experience out there. So learn from as many sources as you can. When starting to garden, I would suggest starting with the easiest plants to grow that are light feeders, meaning that they have a very minimal requirement to sustain, to fill their legacy, and things that grow in short time periods. Now, this may not work for you in the really hot states, or kind of lower 48 states, but radishes grow really fast. Peas are super easy on the soil. Beans require a little bit of heat, but outside of that, they don't require a lot. So just starting to grow is going to help you learn and gain that experience and wisdom to move on to some of the other things that might be a little bit hard. Once you figure out what you're going to grow, the next step is to figure out where are you going to grow it. Do you have a place to grow? And the easiest non-committal place to do that is in pots. And pots, they're mobile, no commitment. You can do it on a patio. You can do it on your front porch. You can really do it anywhere. And so pots, they dry out quicker. They make their own little microclimates. They're going to be a little bit warmer, but that's a great way to start. Even before you kind of know getting into these great, beautiful designer raised beds and in-ground growing, pots is an excellent way to go. Now, what type of pots? I'm just starting. What type of pot do I use? Any vessel that has drainage is going to work okay. Now, there's like the creme de la creme, and there's tiers of beauty, and there's, if you had a gazillion dollars, what you could afford. But start with anything. There's felt, there's plastic, there's terracotta, and each of them kind of create their own microclimate yet again. Go to the thrift stores, the garage sales, yard sales, recycling materials. There's so many different things that you can use just to start. What do you fill your pots with? I mean, that's really the next question is, what do I use for soil? You can buy packaged soil. You can buy bricks of it in cubic feet that's compressed. You can order soil from a local delivery service. What can you afford? What I would suggest is starting with some, a soil mix, maybe buy an 8-quart or 16-quart, depending on what you can afford, and then add a little bit of worm castings to it, add a little bit of compost to it to get things kind of moving and living inside. Now, if pots is not your goal and you want to do raised beds, there's so many different options for raised beds. There's pre-kits, there's kits you build. You can actually just mound the soil up, and that's technically a raised bed. You can use logs, you can use rocks, and there's pros and cons to everything out there. So if raised beds, which have a lot of benefits, they usually warm up quicker, they can retain moisture depending on the material. It's more accessible for some of us that might have physical limitations. I mean, there's lots of benefits to raised beds. So build your own boxes. I mean, you can use recycled material. You can go to restores. There's lots and lots of choices for raised beds. If raised beds is not your thing and you want to do in-ground growing, how do you start? You can start with a trench method like a hugelkultur. You could start with a lasagna or a sheet mulch method. You could start with, digging in the ground and removing any living material. I mean, you can really just decide what's going to work best for you. I would suggest, especially for a new grower, that if you're just beginning, start small, slow and small solutions. So instead of starting with a 100 square foot garden, 200, 300, 400, 1,000, let's start with, maybe a 50, a 30, a 300, something that's a little bit smaller that you can manage and test and see how things grow.